Hello there, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft HardRock. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're just in my creative world here quickly, where I was designing my base, and which still needs a lot of work, because I was playing with these steam engines behind me. And yeah, we're going to look at them for a moment. So there are three different tiers. We have the bronze, the cast iron, and the steel. If you have the create goggles on, you can see this tells you how much HU or heat units are left in the burning chamber, and I'll tell you how much stress units and how much speed are being created by the different steam engines. So you see this one, it's still got a fair bit of heat units left in it, and it's producing 32,000 stress units. And well, the speed's 32 because that's what I think I have. Yeah, no, the base speed is 32. You can speed it up, but I haven't yet. But the different burners burn at different rates. So let's just swap these out quickly. Oh, that one's done. That one's done. Okay, so we have charcoal. We've seen how to make that. And then we can also get bituminous coal and lignite in TerraFirmaCraft. Bituminous coal and lignite cannot be used in the burner. We can make coal coke, however, by taking either lignite or bituminous coal and toss them in a coke oven. So that can make us coal coke, and the coal coke is actually much more efficient than charcoal. So if we put the charcoal in, you see we get 30,000 heat units from one piece of charcoal. That makes this spin at 16,000 SU, which, let's be honest, that's a lot better than the create steam engine. If I just build one of those quickly. Okay, well, I was incorrect. One steam engine from create also creates 16,000 stress units. So the blaze burner with this very basic setup produces the same amount of stress as this does, except one charcoal will burn for 80 seconds in a blaze burner. Now, to get the blaze burner, I do need to go into the nether, and we can technically do that right now. I would want to make myself some armor before we do, though. And I'd also have to check what the recipe is to make the actual blaze burner. So this is as efficient as this, but that burns for 5 times longer. And well, the reason I didn't do that in the first place, because I did get quite a few people asking in the comment section, is I've done this in my last 3 series. Vault Hunters, Series from Minecraft, and All the Mods 9. I wanted to do something different. I've never used this mod before. I figured it'd be a nice change of pace. No, it wasn't. As I was showing earlier, charcoal burns for 13 seconds, gives you 30,000 heat units. Coal coke gives you 60,000 heat units, so it's going to burn for about 26 seconds. Yeah. And the different burners burn through the heat at different rates. Actually, oh wow. It gave 70,000 in that one. Did I miss? Nope, it definitely gives 60,000 in that one. Does it give 65? That gives almost 70. Okay. So it's actually more efficient in the steel burner than it is in the brass burner or bronze burner, but it burns through the fuel faster, which means, well, you run out of fuel quicker. What I was going to show is you can make these charcoal blocks, and we can make them by crushing down charcoal powder. 1 coal will give you 2 charcoal powder, so a charcoal block is 4.5, possibly less, depending on how lucky you get with the random chance, because there's a 30% chance. So maybe, yeah, 4, maybe a little less per block. Now the charcoal block gives you 300,000 heat units, which means if, okay, there was a cricket chirping or something in game and it was driving me nuts. as I was saying, the charcoal block will provide the burner power for approximately 2 minutes. 130 seconds, so 2 minutes, 10 seconds. What would it give this guy over here? 8 minutes. No, sorry, 800 seconds. That's about 12 minutes. So, yeah. 2 minutes in there, about 12 minutes in there. That is looking like just the clear winner right now, which does kind of annoy me, but whatever. Our last option is a block of coal coke. Here we go. We can compress 9 coal coke into 1 block of coal coke. And the block of coal coke has over 600,000 heat units, which means that it will burn for about 4.5 minutes, if not a bit more. Yeah, let's see. That's 1,600 seconds. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Almost 27 minutes. Yeah. 4 minutes? 27 minutes. This has just been a complete waste of time, really. But in case you're going to use this mod anywhere else, just be aware for the higher tiered engines, it takes more rotational power to even get enough steam out of the boiler into them. So for the brass burner, it takes 32 rotation, a speed of 32 to get enough steam out of the boiler into the steam engine to get it to run. For the cast iron, it takes 64. And for the steel, it takes 128. Might be able to go a little bit slower, but you see it's just pretty much doubling. And that's what you need just to get this to run. But yeah, so I was playing with this, and I think I'm gonna have to go with this because it's just clearly the best option there is. These are just not good enough. And it's also more compact. Okay, let's go back to the real world where my fruit trees have fruited. And as you can see, my peaches have fruited, and so have my cherries. So yeah, we've got some nice fruit trees growing. And the really cool thing about peaches here, does it show? Yes, 10% water when you eat a peach. So if I eat this one here, yeah, a couple peaches and you will negate any thirst. Of course, I've got the first aid mod turned back on because we updated again, and I take damage as soon as I load into the world. So I'm going to disable that once again. I have been making more beer because this beer is going to be turned into vinegar, and we'll start preserving more food. Can I pickle fruit? I forget. Yes, you can make a pizza with peaches. I don't know how I feel about that. We can seal it in vinegar. Yes, we can brine it. We can pickle it. We could dry it. Of course, I don't think drying it apparently still gives it hydration. Doesn't quite make sense to have a dried fruit to gives you hydration, but so be it. And we could always jar it also. This might be what I want to do with the fruit to keep it, is jar it. But for now, I'll just pick here so they have a chance to regrow. And then we can maybe come back and get more in the future. I can also go out exploring because I have more peach trees, not in my base, but around my base. And some cherry trees also out that way. And here, 19 days. Not great, but it's better than the 6 days or so in my hand. Okay, so let's get back to working on our drill. I have this brass done. I need to make another 36 brass for the brass blocks. Then I just need a few more pieces of brass for some of these other bits and bobs. So we're going to look at doing that. I guess we'll look at the steam engine. This one here. Block of copper. Okay, so we need Tinker's Construct just to make that anyway. But that's pretty cheap. Alright, so we'll look at that. And then I mentioned the thermoelectric generator last episode. Now, I have had a few people in the comment section explain how to set this up, and so I am very grateful for that. And let's grab a few blocks and I can kind of show you. Okay, so let's assume for a moment that this brick block is the generator. We want to go in sort of this position, and then we want a lava source there. It could also be, I think, redstone and uranium. And there is uranium around here somewhere. I've hidden almost all the waypoints, but we do have uranium nearby. So that might be worth getting. I know it was 2 blocks of uranium. I don't remember if it was like that. You know what? Let me double check. Okay, I've double checked now, and the comment was left by XYZ, so thank you. This could be lava, or as I said, I believe you can use uranium. The book will probably say in more detail. This will be the flowing lava source. Flowing lava source, you put a random block there and there, and then you place a snow block there and there. Doesn't have to be snow. You could use ice, both regular ice and compacted blue ice, and compacted ice is better because it won't melt. And that will provide the power to the generator to power our system. So that is a definite option also. Of course, we do that, we could put that underground. Already more peaches. Oh, I should pick some cherries. I love cherries. Anyway, we could always put that underground and provide power around our base via that. Have the crate engine, steam engine for specifically powering the crate stuff. Have the IE stuff for powering others. We are absolutely going to be covering the base in these powered lanterns. There's no reason to bother making all the blue steel lanterns and filling them with lava and putting them around the base if we could just run electricity. So if we do that, we can, yeah, use the IE. Immersive engineering, the IE, put it underground and then send it out. And then also I can institute a idea someone else mentioned, is having underground tunnels to get from like there to there or there, and you know, have power run underground too. That could be kind of cool. Might want to actually put a second floor and a roof on my house before I really worry too much about running underground tunnels though. But that's where we are now. I'm going to get back to work on this, and I don't see why not. We should be able to get this up and running before the end of the episode. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff done, so let's jump back in. We gotta make our solar dryer here, 2 copper rods, piece of glass, and a drying mat. I made these drying mats before the recipe was removed. Without the drying mats, you could use either leafy kelp, like that, or fruit tree leaves. But since I already got the drying mats, might as well use them. And this makes a solar dryer. And naturally, the sun's setting, so we don't have sun to dry. But we're going to put that there. I cannot click the kelp flower in, but I could put the leafy kelp in, and that will dry over time. And that'll give us what we need to make a andesite funnel. So that's what this andesite casing for is right there. Next, I want to turn this copper casing into a item drain. And we just need to click it with a iron bars. So now it's an item drain. We can pick this up and put it over here, where we temporarily have this setup. Grab a bucket of lava I got from earlier, toss that on. The lava goes into here. And once I power this system, the lava will go up to here. And then we can turn the lava into... No, then we'll drip the lava onto the crushed obsidian, which we need to make. There's a lot of little parts I still gotta do, but, you know, let's walk through it here. We go out here, where I had this hole from earlier. I'm gonna dig another 2 holes. And let's grab some lava from our backpack. I didn't know if the backpack could hold lava. It can. So that's cool. Means I can transport just a little extra lava at a time. And that is 3 sources of lava. So we can make 3 bits of obsidian. Grab a bit of water for this. There we go. Now we've got 3 bits of obsidian that we can mine with our steel pickaxe. We got to put the obsidian through the crushing wheels. So we got to feed the burner, which I haven't replaced yet. I've still got the one that I'm not a huge fan of. But that'll crush the obsidian down. Then we can get heat on it. And then we can turn it into the sturdy sheets. But then we'll finally actually be done with this. And we'll have... well, we'll have the drill just about done. I still need to melt the brass into blocks. Alright, so that's 3 bits of obsidian. I do want to dump this water. We're going to toss it in a barrel that I've been saving up. Right there. And then I want to grab another bucket of lava. Hey, it dried. It dried at night. Awesome. Shift click to get it out. Actually, let's put a second one in there because you can eat this and it does count as a food item. So it will give us more HP. Or at least it will add to it. Alright, so the lava's not draining because this can only hold about 1.5, and yeah. So I need a little bit of coal. What do I need to make the coal block again? It was coal powder, right? Charcoal powder, which could then be compressed into a charcoal block. I could do that. Buy us a little more time. I don't have enough charcoal powder at the moment. I got 7. You know what? Let's do this. Means I set up a bunch of stuff I'm going to want to move around. So let's do that quickly. I'm going to want that temporarily. I think I need that also. And that. Alright, that's lit up. This should be the last time we need to do anything like this over here. Put that there. And then I should be able to put our base in. I'm going to need to pick this up, I think. Right there. Need to grind that down. Yeah, okay, it's grinding. There we go. That's the 2 we need. Toss them all into... They don't want to go in. There we go. That will compress it. Now we got a charcoal block. Alright. Let's pick this stuff back up. Put that back down so I don't accidentally fall in. And now this will last us about 2 minutes. So that should be enough time to make the charcoal. Not the charcoal. The crushed obsidian. And then get started on everything else. We should be able to get the sturdy sheets done in one go. We're spinning the wrong direction. How did I mess that up? Boy, it's a good thing we went out of our way to make the stuff that lasts longer, because now we need it. Okay, that. Turn that into that. There we go. Now they're going the right direction. And I gotta get back up there before power runs out. There we go. Put that on. And power ran out as I got to that. Okay. Now that ordeal's done. Those are our sturdy sheets. Nice. Okay. Let's see. For the brass funnel, I needed to click dried kelp onto the andesite casing. Turns into a brass funnel. And then I need this. Turn into an andesite casing. Oh, brass casing. Nope. Wrong. Third time. Brass funnel. And then I click the brass funnel onto the brass casing to make a brass tunnel. There we go. So that goes right there. I need the spout, which is right here. We're going to lose half a bucket of lava because it can't retain its inventory, but that's not an issue. We don't need more lava at the moment. And now I just need to melt down 36 ingots worth of brass. That's 22. That's 24. I need to make a bit more. And then we will have our drill ready to go. Just about. All right, we're down to our last durability on the portable drill. And yep, now we can't mine with it. And what I want to test now was, I heard that you might be able to use creosote to fuel the portable drill. So we've got plenty of creosote back at home. Let's run back over there and see if we can't fill up the portable drill with creosote. I don't know if it fills at all, and if it does, you know, does it fill the fuel? Does it fill the water? Does it fill both? Let's find out. Okay. Offhand with this. Okay, it gives 4 fuel. And my bucket is gone. Well, that's a problem. That bucket was expensive. And now I have no bucket. Yeah, okay. Do not use creosote to fill your drill because you lose your bucket in the process. And it only gives you 4 fuel, so it's not really worth it. It's definitely not worth it because now I need to make another batch of blue steel and red steel and black steel. I can recycle this black steel, but I still gotta make red and blue steel. I'm not happy about this. Oh well. Well, don't make that mistake yourself. Let's finish making brass. Oh, you know what? We don't need a red steel and blue steel. I'm thinking of how we did it in Serious TerraFirmaCraft. You just need a steel bucket plus a steel sheet. That makes it a little bit cheaper. But yeah, we're just gonna recycle this anyway, so I don't have to worry about it. And that means we can start getting ready to melt all of this down. This is gonna take a little bit of time. It's going to hold 12 ingots at a time. It's fine, you only need 9 for the block. Alright, and then hit that. Drain it all out. Doesn't last very long, but that's 1 block down, and just 3 more to go. There we go. Bucket replaced. And that leaves me with 2 extra blue steel that I can use later. And a bit of weak blue steel that could turn into blue steel also. And that is it. That's the last block? Brass block even. Do that. And now we just gotta power this system again. I am going to grab my wrench and just break that, and that. That way, oh, and move these. It shouldn't make a difference, but at least now I know that that's the only thing getting powered. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't fix that. Well, see, that's what happens if you don't check everything first. And I have wasted the fuel. Okay, take two. Let's try this for the first time. Knew it was going too well. Boom. There we go. Now we have the drilling machine. That is big. We're gonna have to see about setting this up. But let's see, that's the chute. So the items being mined out will come out there. This is where the power goes in, and any fuel will come out here. So what I was thinking is we'll have it come out here. Obviously, we're not going to have it right here in my base. I'll move it. But we'll have the items come out here onto a conveyor belt, and then have a couple chests lined up. Oh, fruit's dried. Have it lined up on a conveyor belt, have a couple chests, and then have some storage drawers so that the items get filtered out into the drawer as they go by. Nice. And we pick it up with our wrench, and it counts as being a light item. I don't believe you. That means I can stick it in a chest, so I'm not going to complain too much. There we go. We fit that entire drilling machine into this chest. Seems reasonable. Alright, I'm excited. Now that we have this, resource acquisition should be much easier. And I said fuel when I was talking about this pipe. I meant things like lava or water. Maybe oil. I don't know if there's actually oil that we can pull from the ground. But yeah, this will make resource acquisition easier, which means advancing through the tech should be much easier also. One of the reasons I've been holding off on completing this is we need steel scaffolding, rods, and ingots. It's a lot of steel ingots, it's a lot of rods, and these scaffolding require 2 steel fences, and a steel fence requires 2 rods. Okay, that's not too bad, but yeah, it adds up. So we should be able to actually start working on some of the more tech-heavy stuff. What is this wrong? An iron drill. Okay. I will be playing with this off camera, figuring out what exactly I need to power it. When we looked at it in item form, it shows it requires high stress. So I don't think a water wheel is going to be enough to power it. We might need a steam engine just to get this thing to run. So depending on what we need, we might be restricted to just along rivers for a little while, or if I need a steam engine, you know, we can go put it anywhere, let it run, come back, and have a whole ton of resources. But that's going to be next time. Until then, thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.